Hello fellow future billionaires and the PhD Push fans. Today's post was submitted by a person with pseudonym name, called Little Gray. We have adjusted some of the text to make it anonymous as much as possible. Please, note that our attempt is not to condemn PhD studies, rather to draw lessons from the experience. Let's get started. I know there are so many similar posts out there, but I just need someone to hear me. I presented my dissertation prospectus last week and I am now a PhD candidate. Hooray! I have 3 out of 5 chapters finished and preliminary results for the last 2. Everyone congratulated me on having such a thorough prospectus, but I'm so burnt out. I don't particularly like my research area. As an undergrad, I picked something, civil/architectural engineering, because it seemed alright. I worked 2 internships which I loathed. The work was so repetitive, and everyone there patted themselves on the back for the work they were doing, which was boring. And did I mention repetitive? I'm not sure anyone at either firm had an original idea in years. I started grad school because I thought it would open more doors for me if I had a master's. Partway through the master's, I got offered a funded PhD from the fun professor in the department. My parents were open to financially supporting me through it, very grateful for that, and so I did it. Not really as a passion project but because I felt like anything other than engineering consulting would be better. But, I feel like none of the work that I've put out is actually meaningful. My advisor is nearing tenure, and stressed constantly. She ricochets between overwhelming enthusiasm to snide comments about how I should be embarrassed of my work so far. She's fairly obviously manipulative towards trying to get students to stay. What made her the fun professor as an undergrad makes her exceedingly unprofessional as a grad advisor. She's done multiple things that toe the line of sexual harassment. We are both queer women. Besides, I got no support from anyone in the department, and in fact, it turns out she's BFFs with the chair. Even though I hate it here, I don't know what I'm going to do when I graduate. I don't want to stay in academia for all the obvious culture reasons. Also because I don't like research, I certainly don't think I could turn out new research papers at the rate that's required. However, I do enjoy teaching, for the most part because I enjoy the immediacy of it, if that makes sense. But, I don't think my focus area translates very well to a community college or teaching institute. I worry that I'll not be able to focus on anything close to a 40-hour work per week when I get out, because my attention span is a couple hours at most these days. I feel like I just fucked up so much, because someone offered me a position just on a whim. Lesson for all those listening to this. If you're in a similar situation, know that you're not alone and it's okay to reach out for help. Remember to take care of yourself, and don't be afraid to make a change if it's not what you want. I hope you can learn to not always take the first offer, especially if you are not sure it is what you genuinely wanted. If you have gained anything from this story, please subscribe so that other people can learn from it.